Hey everybody, I'm 8-Bit Eric, and special thanks to Smash JT for having me appear on his channel. It's an honor. I'm very excited about this collab, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. So let's go ahead and begin with my things that I want to see in the Breath of the Wild sequel. Now, number 5 is I want more things to do in Hyrule. New things. You know, Breath of the Wild was awesome. It was probably the biggest version of Hyrule we ever had in a game. So much to do, but it just felt so barren. It had a huge open world, but what good is that if there's not much interaction with anything? I want the world to feel alive. I want more randomness. I want more NPC encounters, more interactiveness with stuff, more side hobbies. You know, there's fishing, cooking, and stuff like that, but I want more hunting. I want more crafting. I want, all sorts of randomness. I want this game to have so much likeness that it really feels that you're living a second life in this. I want this to feel like a legitimate open world AAA game that Nintendo never has on their consoles. I want this to be big. My next point is, if Ganon is indeed coming back, I want Ganon to be more prominent. I want him more in depth. I want more characterization. I want him to be a huge presence in this game. Like, I want to hear voice acting from Ganon. I want characterization. I want character development. I want to see this charismatic individual that they say Ganondorf is when he's in Gerudo Valley, ruling the land and stuff. I want to see how he progresses to become the head honcho in charge. In Breath of the Wild, the first one, we kind of just saw kind of like a mysterious, Spectre-like type of character. I want the exact opposite. If he's going to be a character, I want him to be straight in the spotlight. Like, I want more Ganon in this game than ever. Like, I want him to be like the new Sephiroth. Now, Smash touched on this just a little bit. He wants more dungeons. I agree with that, but I want more in-depth dungeons, more traditional style dungeons, but I want these to be humongous. I want these dungeons to take hours. I want these to be quality dungeons, not like 100 different dungeons that are small. I want like a good solid maybe 10, 15, 20 dungeons that take hours to complete with branching paths. Like, for example, let's say the first dungeon in the game, there's a path A that you can only take because you don't have access to like a B or a C area. And in order to go to B, maybe hours later into the game, you get one little item that'll allow you to go to that section. And then maybe later on, even more further into the game, you can get to path C. Like, I want certain areas of the dungeons to not be accessible until hours later into the game, basically. I want like 3 dungeons in each one. Like a path A, path B, and path C. I want huge, sprawling dungeons that interconnect and wove and just like have so much to do inside of them. Like Skyrim, basically. Now, we're all used to being on horses in these Zelda games. Epona, it's a figure, a staple in the Zelda series. And then Skyward Sword, we had like the flying thing, which I would like to go back to that. In fact, I would like Link to have several different types of mounts in these games. I would like him to have access to all sorts of creatures. What if he has like some kind of like creature that lets you swim in the ocean, like a dolphin or something, or some kind of sea monster, or a monkey, or a big gorilla or something. I want different mounts, and I wouldn't mind the flying aspect coming back either. Maybe, throwing a little bit of the Skyward Sword type of gameplay mechanic into this game. I want this to really legitimately feel like an open world game, like some of these huge games that we have on PC or even on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, where you're able to have different types of mounts. I don't want it to just be limited to a horse. And last but not least, this is based off of a rumor that Zant is involved in this story. I want a better, more action-packed, hardcore story that connects maybe with Twilight Princess. I think that would be really cool. It's a beloved franchise that has great games, but Twilight Princess has always resonated with a lot of people, especially with Midna. And I feel that Breath of the Wild, while it did have a good plot overall, it just didn't really have that much in-depth of a story that connected with us on an emotional level. I would like Midna to somehow be involved with this, Zant, Twilight Princess, and just have a huge emotional journey and connection to it. Like a huge, better story, cinematics, everything. I think that would be my ultimate wish list. And well, guys, that is my 5 picks. Again, special thanks to Smash JT for having me over on his channel. If you guys would like to check out my content, 8-Bit Eric on YouTube, definitely appreciate the chance. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.